Welcome to Minecraft Meetups. We're getting ready to start, and I'm getting ready to share my screen, and here we go. We are in Minecraft Education Edition, and I'm going to resume here. Today we're going to be talking about using redstone with command blocks, and command blocks are not something that you can find in your inventory. If you look for it, you're not going to find them. It is something that you have to give to yourself. You actually have to use the command to give command block. So if I go here, give, oops, if I could spell right, we should D, and then I'm going to do a command block. D-A-M-M-A-N-D, and then an underscore block. And now I have a command block there. It's right there. It's number right there. Okay, so now I have a command block, and a command block is really cool because I can use it with pressure plates, which was what we talked about yesterday. And how I've used them in the past with pressure plates is I add a command to the command block. So when you push on the pressure plate, it actually does something. And I like to have the kids get teleported. So one of the things I like to do is ask a question, and yes over here, no over here, 100 over here, 200 over here, whatever it may be. So on one pressure plate, it's going to take them one place, and on another pressure plate, it's going to take them somewhere else. So we're actually going to place this command block right here. Okay, so I'm going to push P for place. There it is. And in order to actually use it, I have to go into it. Okay, and we're going to put a hover node here, and the hover node's going to be press me. Okay, that. Now the block type, you do not want to use repeat on this if you're going to be teleporting, because what happens is every time it just gets into a virtual loop. I did that the very first time I ever did this, and it didn't work so well for me. I actually had to delete the world because I was completely teleporting in the entire time. So I wouldn't use repeat. Chain you can use if you're using many command blocks at a time, but I'm going to stick with impulse. Okay. Now, needs redstone. Do we want always active, or we need the redstone? We want it to be needs redstone, and that's important too, because then if it's always active, anytime you get near it, it's going to do the same thing over and over and over again. So we want to make sure that it's like that. Okay, we don't worry about ticks. We don't need to worry about that. And now we're going to put a command over here on this side. Now the command can be any number of things. If you're not sure how to use commands, if you click the slash button, okay, actually I'm going to go ahead and get out of here for just a moment. If I click the slash button here and I just click in there, I put my cursor in there, now I'm going to have all of these different commands that I can start to work on. If I don't know what they do, try them out and see what they can do for you. For this particular command block, we're going to teleport, and that's going to be TP. That's something everybody wants these days, right? All right, so then we're gonna do a TP, and then we're gonna put, it says victim, but that's actually gonna be our player. And then you put in the coordinates for that, for where you want that player to go. So I'm not gonna put that out here. I'm gonna actually put it in the command block. Okay, so get back out here. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and click back into my block here, right clicking on it. If I have it press me, it's going to be hovered over. It's going to be an impulse. It's going to be an unconditional teleport at player minus 200 for minus 352. Let's see what that does. Oh, it sure did, because now I'm in the little cave that I put myself in. Let's see if I can get out this door right here. Yep, I can. I was able to get out the door. Uh-oh. But now I need to go find my rock again, because it teleported me far away. I think that's my command block over there. Yep, there's my one command block. So let's make another command block here. So we're going to make a command block right here. So I'm going to push P for command block. I'm going to go ahead and go in here. We're going to make it an impulse. We'll put on here weather. And our command is going to be weather rain. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put a pressure plate. Oops. Let's see what happens when I step on it. The weather changed to the rain. So that one right there is going to teleport me to that blue building way over there. And this one makes the weather rainy. Now what happens if I make another command block here? I'm going to go to 6 here. I'm going to put one here. And we're going to make this one say weather clear. And now look at that. The weather is clear. So we have one that's rainy, we have one that's clear, and we have one that's going to teleport us over there. So I'm going to make another one because maybe I want to teleport to someplace else. I have some more coordinates to put in here. So I'm going to push P, and we're going to go ahead and click in here. And now this one, for this particular one, we're going to teleport at nearest player. And let me get back into my little notes again. And it's minus 200. It's 4. And it's minus 352 again. Right? Let me see. Yeah, 352. I think that's just going to take me to that other one. Let's see. Okay, let's see what happens. We're going to put a pressure plate down here because that's what this has got, the redstone in it, and that's going to make it go off. It took me back in here again. I'm going to have to use my other one. Okay, so now I need to get out and walk back over here to where my command blocks are. Okay, so we have one that teleports us there. So I think we're going to change this one here. Oh, so now for this one, we're not gonna teleport. We're actually going to. So let's go back over here, and we're going to summon a chicken. Okay. There's one. Oh, I summoned 2. Every time I step on it, it's gonna create another one. So now I have another one. Yeah, I summoned a chicken. I wonder if I could summon other things. I wonder if I could summon a zombie. Yeah. I can even summon zombies. Let's see. Summon. I can put a spawn point. I can set a block. Do a scoreboard. I can play a sound. Now, for a list of all these different commands, there's a lot of websites that are out there that have all of these commands available to you because there are so many of them. I don't even know all of them. I mean, I barely know some of them. So there's the give, there's the game mode, function, execute. You can even change the difficulty. You can clone items, connect items, whatever letter that you put in there, it's going to give you, and you, the world builder, you want to make sure that that is set to true always. So that way you'll be able to dig and work on your world the way you want to. And you can actually do it for particular people within your world as well. So this is a really cool feature with using the commands. What if I don't want these command blocks to be up, right? I don't want them to be up out of the, in the, open here, because then somebody can just come along and just smash it, right? So one of the things that you can do is you can dig a hole and then put a command block, and then on the top of it, you can put a pressure block right here, right? So if I put a pressure plate right here, that will be connected to my block here. They have to be touching. They can't just be out. They actually have to be touching together. So that's kind of important too. Now, I don't know how far down you can put them. So let's see. Let's see if we can go down a little bit farther here and then put one in there, and let's see what happens. If I put some material on top, let's see. See, it's not allowing me to do anything with it because it's too far down. So I actually have to have it available here, right there. Now I'll be able to put it in there. Again, you don't want to use the repeat when you're doing the teleporting or when you're doing the summoning, because it will just continue and continue and continue and continue, and you don't want that to happen. So, and you want it to need the redstone, so that way it's only when you press on it. Otherwise, it will just continue and continue and continue. But what I like to do again is I can make a sign, right? So I'm going to make a sign here. I'm going to find my board. There's a board, and I'm going to put my board right here. Now remember, and again, you cannot just find your command blocks in your inventory. You have to give yourself a command block, and you have unlimited. I mean, you're going to have as many as you want, but it's got to be in your inventory. You need to have a spot down in your hotbar for it, and then you give it to yourself. Because if I try to give myself one now, there's not room in my inventory right now, so I won't be able to see it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a billboard first. It's right there. It's number 8. I'm going to put the board right here, and I'm going to make the board say, which is larger, the moon or the sun? Okay, and I'm going to make this locked so that way none of the kids, if they come into my world, that they can mess with my board. It's locked. The only one who could do it is me, because I'm the one who created it. Okay, all right, so there's my board. I'm going to put a command block right here. I'm actually going to make a hole, and I'm going to put a command block right in here. Okay, and we're going to make this one teleport. Okay, and we're going to make them go to that. There. Okay, make them go there. And for the hover node, we're going to put moon. Okay, so when I look at it, it says moon, right? I got to put a pressure plate. So now they'll step right there. Or I'm going to add a block here. Okay, and we're going to put sun in here. And this one is actually going to make it rain. Okay. Okay, and we need a pressure block right there. Pressure plate. All right, so it's larger, the moon or the sun. Okay, there's the sun, and there's the moon. So if I step on the sun, it's starting to rain. And if I step on the moon, now it took me back in here. But what you could have it do, what I've done before is I had a quiz about the phases of the moon, and if they answered correctly, it took them to the next question, which was farther down, kind of far away. And I'm going to make the weather clear again. Okay. And if they got it wrong, and then it took them to a box in inside of that little building, it says, "I'm sorry, you got the question wrong," and then they'd have to find their way back, all the way back. I did another one where if they got the question wrong, it took them back to the beginning of the lesson, and they had to go walk their way through the lesson all over again until they got back to the question that they missed, and hopefully this time they can get it right. Now you could do multiple choice too, where you have more than 2 command blocks, and each answer will either take them somewhere, will do something, maybe it's going to spawn something. There's a lot of different ways that you can use the command blocks along with pressure plates. You can use them with all different types of things, but the pressure plates are the easiest because all you do is step on them and then it activates them pretty quickly. So I do like using the command blocks. I think they're very fun to use, and it can make for a nice quiz in Minecraft for your kids, which is really what we want to do for our kids. It's fun to go in here and play and to create and do all that stuff, but if they have a way to answer some questions or to get some things right or wrong, and I can actually kind of see what they're doing in there, that's a lot of fun too. Okay. Let me get rid of these guys here. And let me get back over to my command blocks. I'm going to kind of run a little bit here. Here we go. And you see our position is based like on a grid. So you want to have that position available to you, so that way you kind of know, especially if you're going to be teleporting kids or players to different parts. Now I'm going to go back to this here, this sign right here, because I want you to see about the teleporting here, because we're going to take a look at that actually right now. So you can see that you can teleport yourself, the nearest player, a random player, which might be kind of fun too, where you have a command block, and if somebody steps on a pressure plate, it will teleport a random player, which is kind of cool, or teleport all players. So if somebody steps on one, it'll teleport everybody to a specific location. You can even do all entities, which means our mobs, which are the zombies, the slimes, the chickens, whatever. They will all go to a specific location as well that are in your world. So that might be another thing to do. And having kids do this, to make their own command blocks and create their own quizzes for other kids to join and to do this. And since we're all at home right now, this would be a great opportunity for kids to actually create something for each other, and they can actually join each other's worlds, because it's very, very easy to join each other's worlds. And you host a world, and then you have them join you with a code. We can all do it on all kinds of different networks. It doesn't matter. So that's something for us to think about as well, that we can actually have kids, interact with each other, even though we are all kind of isolated right now with this coronavirus stuff. But this is just another way of using technology, a really fun game that kids really love to to learn and to problem solve and to have fun doing it at the same time. So we are just about out of time. So I'm going to say goodbye. If you do have any questions or you just want to say hi, you know how to find me on email. And if you're in our district, you know how to get a hold of me. So I must have hit on the one of the pressure plates. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. I'm going to save an exit. And I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. So enjoy your day. Be safe. Be healthy. Stay home until this whole thing is over, hopefully very, very soon. And we will see you next time here on Minecraft Meetups. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about using rails, using power rails, and redstone and how to create a roller coaster, which might be really fun. So come back and join us. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.